by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. This crowd is really ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Magic. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York. That win brought the season series level at 1-1.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Well, they were relentless on the offensive end. They had good decision-making, outstanding execution. They went in and quieted a very hostile crowd.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Nick Vucevic is from a basketball family. His father, Borislav, played professionally until age 44. Nick said, "I used to watch him practice every day. He taught me everything, not just skill-wise, but how to live as an athlete, being mentally ready for the ups and downs. Even today, he's kind of my personal coach. He tells me what he sees and how I can get even better." Kevin?
Big advantage, D.A., thanks. And the way a team plays early, Doris, can be vastly different than how they finish a season.
Well, you know, anything can happen over the course of a 6 to 7 month season. 1, trades. 2, injuries. Has a rookie sort of played a bigger part in your success than maybe you thought? I think what happens early can define what happens late.
Where injuries and trades are two very disruptive things that teams have got to deal with.
I think to adjust on the fly to new personnel, whether be it because, as you say, whether it's an injury or whether it's a trade, I think that that's a very hard dynamic. So if you've established habits early, it helps smooth that over.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5. Now here's Rose. There's the dish to Carmelo. And Vucevic pulls it down. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Atlanta Hawks. Payton outside. Picked by Vucevic. Payton passes to Gordon. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Gordon's got his first 2 points of the night.
I'll tell you, solid low post passing made all the difference on that last possession.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
That's just too easy. No one with size willing to switch over, and that left the smaller defender stranded.
Fournier with the ball. Gordon a screen. With some arc. Fournier's shot is off. And so here is New York. It's a 3-point game. Lee outside. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. And it's Anthony again missing. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Fournier kicks to Payton. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Back to Fournier. Down low. It's deflected. Passes it to Anthony. Can't get it to fall.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
He read that play all the way. When he's around, you hear footsteps.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Boy, hitting for good percentage here in the first quarter. He's doing what he can to get his team off on the right foot.
Lee passes to Hernan Gomez. Now, here's Thomas. Rose gets a wide open look. And the Knicks miss again.
You know, simply not finding a flow. Just 1 for 5 to start this game.
Payton outside. Dishes it to Fournier. 5 to shoot. That one a little long. Knicks trailed by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lee kicks to Anthony. From downtown. No good that time. And Orlando the other way now.
He hasn't been able to shoot for a high percentage this quarter, but he's still pushing the action.
Gordon dishes to Ross. The layup missed. For New York, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Lee outside. Thomas kicks to Lee. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Here's Payton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Good on the three-point shot.
I love what I see from him this quarter. Very decisive and very accurate.
Now Anthony. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, Melo is just so gifted with that mid-range game. There are just so many ways he can hurt you, and he's comfortable with any look.
With Melodorus and his mid-range game, you could still say that he is the best in the business when it comes down to it.
Oh, Kev, no doubt about it. I think he has a great claim to that title. You know, you think about his ability to attack in so many ways, just makes him impossible to defend out there. And now you add that slimmed-down physique, and he's even quicker on the perimeter.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, that's an interesting point about Carmelo, one of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
Now here's Gordon. Ross passes to Payton. Kicks to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Great D that time from Thomas. Knicks trailed by 5. Right side Rose. New York moving it around. Lee with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Lee kicks to Anthony. Kept alive. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
Boy, kept the possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
Payton kicks to Vucevic, and they pick up 2.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, his unselfish play becomes contagious. He inspires them to play true team basketball.
And Nikola Vucevic, a skilled 7-footer who just attacks the glass. A nightly double-double machine, but still figuring out how to really become a dominant force on the inside.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Lee kicks to Anthony. The 11-footer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound. Thomas. Vucevic with the block. Ross dishes to Payton. Back to Ross. Feeds it to Fournier. High post Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got 5 points so far.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lee passes to Hernan Gomez. Now the feed to Rose. Here's the screen. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Outside Gordon. Fournier against Thomas. And the basket by Gordon.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They really want to find that igniter here. Ross and DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Knicks also changing it up. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Lance Thomas. And it's Baker in for Courtney Lee. Here's Here's Baker. To halt the run. Second chance shot. Augustine grabs the board. Magic leading by 10. He kicks to Fournier. Puts up a three. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. New York shooting an alarming 21% to get things going here. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rose. Green against Anthony. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
Stolen. And they're running. Poked away. Anthony dishes to Rose. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Oh, a strong finish there by Melo. He just powers it right past the D.
The Magic have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Rose against Augustine. Up top, Fournier. Rose with the double team. Fournier to Hazania. The Knicks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Hazania. The Knicks pull it in.
Stellar defense to alter that shot. You could tell his release was a tad awkward.
Outside Rose. He feeds it to Anthony. Goes up on the block. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Jeff Green picks one up.
Boy, once he gets the ball in that close, you've already lost. Anthony will find a way to hurt you. You know, Carmelo has had success playing at that power forward or the, quote, skill 4 role. It certainly fits the direction this league is trending.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Doris Melo playing the 4. He can really pick apart those bigger, slower defenders on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, I think he's been a little bit, Kevin, hesitant to absorb that wear and tear inside. With some of the knee and the back issues he's dealt with, you can absolutely understand why.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Hazania. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He dishes it to Biyombo. Passes it to Hazania. Kicks it to Augustine. From the arc. Sinks the triple. Augustine's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
There's the pick. To the middle. Here's O'Quinn. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Well, you got to like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Raptors. Augustine with it. Now Anthony defending. Augustine against Anthony. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Hazania. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Rose kicks to Anthony. And the shot falls short this time.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Augustine again throws. Augustine dishes to Green. And here's Fournier. He's got 9. From beyond the arc. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. .141 left in the first quarter. Lasagna's shot is off. Knicks trailed by 7. Pass to Baker. The tray. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Orlando's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And checking out some stats for Fournier. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 15 points a game, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Magic's young tandem of first-round picks in 2014, Elfrid Payton and Aaron Gordon, they've come a long way together.
You know, they were teammates on the Team USA under-19 squad that went 9-0 and won gold back in 13. And that was a great draft for the Magic, getting 2 high-character, high-effort, defensive-minded players with elite athleticism.
Well, the glory days for the Knicks back in the early 70s, 1970 and 73 to be exact. The franchise's 2 NBA championships. Who can ever forget?
There's Baker. New York needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by Anthony.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And what a great team that was. Doris, that roster for the Knicks in the early 70s. Wow.
Wow, you're right, Kevin. Dick Barnett, Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere, Willis Reed, and, of course, Walt Frazier. All fixtures on both title runs. It was a deep team, and they worked beautifully together.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Holiday, the pass to Baker. New York, no good that time either. The dish to Augustine. Not going to go that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead. Derrick Rose has been through the injuries.
I got a clear mind when I play. I can't think.
Colin Rose says no pressure, but I have to feel like there's at least a little bit, guys, of pressure to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I mean, league MVP in 11, once considered a cornerstone for the NBA's youth movement. Hey, with a little more luck, he may still be that.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Boy, the perimeter attack has been relentless. You can see them setting up from distance, but stopping them is another matter.
Here the New York has to start here in the second. We've got Lance Thomas, Lee out there with Baker, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 down low.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Magic have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
That's good from Hezonja. Doris, just taking a look now at the players in the game, past and present. Who is or was the most exciting player for you to watch?
Boy, that's a lot. I mean, there's so many names, Kevin. I think Michael Jordan, because when it became a possession ball game down the stretch, everybody in the gym knew Michael was going to find a way to the basketball. I love the Showtime Lakers, so watching Magic run the break with James Worthy, that kind of extraordinary athlete out there. And in today's game, I don't know how you can not admire LeBron James. This is a once-in-a-generation type player. And then the other guy, obviously, Steph Curry. This guy is changing the very definition of what is being defined as a quality shot. And I think Steph is going to change the next generation of basketball players.
What are they doing? What are they seeing? What they do now, translate into how the game is, in your words, going to change?
Well, I think obviously, we see that dynamic pregame warm-up for Steph Curry where he's dribbling 2 balls and he's doing all sorts of magical things. And I think you could look at any playground around the United States or any practice at this point, and you're going to see a full generation of players now thinking 35-foot shots are the norm. I'm going to step across half court now, and I'm going to be able to shoot it with that kind of range. And to have the ability to make shots with defenders draped all over you. Sometimes Steph doesn't look at the rim. When he's taking those shots, you sit there and go, he wasn't looking. How did he make that shot?
Extraordinary. Here's Vucevic after New York gets the 3. Deflects the pass. And a wide open look for Lee. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just have to shake that miss off. He knows he can make it.
Gordon a screen. They set the pick. Ross kicks to Vucevic. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Ross against Thomas. Off the pick. It's hauled in by Gordon.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
He didn't look comfortable going up, but he knew it was a good look. Had to take it.
Now here's Vucevic. He has 7. Yep, that one goes. And now it's a 10-point Magic lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lee passes to Hernan Gomez. There's Baker. Shoots a 3. The shot, no good. Hezonja kicks to Ross. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Magic lead by 13.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we know Mario Hezonja is a sharpshooter out of Croatia, and some say he was the cockiest player from that 2015 draft class. He once said, "I've never had respect to anybody on a basketball court. I don't care. Whether it's a veteran or a young player standing in front of me, I always have the same goal. I want to run over everybody." Kevin?
What a quote. He is not shy. Thanks, D.A. Rose is checked in for New York. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Hernan Gomez. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really, you look at the Magic, they definitely improved defensively for last season. I mean, this is still a young team that has to feel like they're headed in the right direction with a plethora of young and up-and-coming talent.
2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops. And Greg, for the Magic, offense is where they need to take that next step. What's the key there, you think?
I think shooting has been their Achilles heel. I mean, you can only accomplish so much with dive cuts and drives. It gets clogged up in the paint. They've got a great shooting coach. They seem to be drafting athletes and then trying to coach them up to become better shooters.
Both good from the line that time. Magic leading by 11. Gordon a screen. Payton with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The pass to Hazanya. Launches it. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim. And the one thing about Rose is that, you know, he can still get up for the big matchups. Whenever he faces another great point guard, he seems to play at his best level and loves to push himself and is willing to step up to the challenge. Let's just hope that he can eventually get back to that all-star caliber presence he had just a few years ago.
Gordon a screen. Lasagna the pass to Payton. A floater, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And with Rose and his injuries, it's not easy for him to put in a work day every day. But as you said, he can light it up on the big stage.
And that is why he's such a threat. Even with his numbers being somewhat diminished, Rose knows what it takes to be a successful player at the highest level. You only wish he wasn't robbed of so much of his game due to injury.
And Elfrid Payton, who's coming out of the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Coming into the NBA, you heard a lot of comparisons to guys like Rajon Rondo and maybe even a comparison to the great Gary Payton.
Yeah, and all of them great rebounders who can play stifling defense. Elfrid physically at 6'4" is closer to GP in size, and athletically I think he takes the edge over both of the elder statesmen.
And for so many players, the game of basketball is really a lifeline, whether to afford college or even beyond. And Doris, have you seen that aspect of the sport shape an individual's future?
No, I don't think there's any question. You can look up and down the NBA and every roster and know for a fact that the game of basketball has shaped the lives of these young men from the time they were in their earliest stages. I mean, for some, the game has been a lifesaver, no question about it.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Hazanya. A three ball. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Pass to Hazanya. Feeds it to Payton. Here's Hazanya. He kicks it to Ross. On the wing, Gordon. Over Thomas. The Magic again can't hit. Knicks trailed by 9. Inside. Boom! He jams it straight down. Orlando's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Dishes it to Ross. Payton outside. Inside. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot clock at 2. Here's Hazanya. Once again off the mark, Orlando. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Thomas, good. Now just a 5-point Magic lead.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they ramped up their intensity, forced good things to happen, and now they're right back in it.
Here's Hazanya. Thomas with the block. Hernan Gomez passes to Rhodes. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, Jeff Hornacek was the man chosen to lead this Knicks team during their coaching search. You know, you think about it, they took a look at several names in and out of the organization, but Hornacek ended up being their guy. It seemed like they felt Hornacek didn't get a fair shake and is underrated as a coach.
This is his second trip to the line in this one, and he knocks down the first one. And with Hornacek being available in the first place, he was previously coach of the Suns, but was let go amidst the chaotic season that the Suns went through last year.
Yeah, Kevin, the feeling around the league was that Hornacek was just part of a bad situation in Phoenix, and glad to see him get a chance to show what he can do with the New York Knicks. You knew he'd get another chance after finishing so high in Coach of the Year voting in his rookie year of coaching.
Payton outside. There's the feed to Ross. There's the pick. Fires for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Ross has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
And Holiday kicks to Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
First trip to the line for him here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
That free throw good from Thomas.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Gordon. Evan Fournier is checked in for Hezonja. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And really doing a good job from the line. They need to stay aggressive, keep drawing fouls, and hopefully pick up a few more and one situations.
Now here is Augustine. There's a screen. Fournier gets a wide open look. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Outside Holiday. Right side Thomas. Here's Lee outside. Green with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Now here is Augustine. Kicks to Green. So the wing on the left. And there's Augustine. That's good on the assist by Green. Augustine's got 5 now. Knicks trailed by 6. Now Rose. He feeds it to O'Quinn. New York, no good that time either. Augustine with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And here's Augustine. He dishes it to Fournier. No good on the 3. New York's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Rose dishes to O'Quinn. They set the pick. Holiday, the pass to Rose. With the floater, he lays it in. Rose has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that floater is something Rose has been comfortable with since he came into the league. It's only gotten better with time.
Now here's Fournier. He's got 9. Stolen by Holiday. Green with the block. Magic leading by 4. Ross kicks to Augustine. There's the dish to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Green, the screen. Fournier, that's for 2. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And been some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Knicks.
Yeah, their big men have taken an active role here as far as distribution is concerned. When you can see over the defense, a lot of times you have an angle to create a pass that might not be there for a smaller man.
And guys, as we know, New York has gone through some tough times in the past. The question now is New York City still a destination free agents hope to be a part of? Listen, the lure of the city certainly should be a factor. The other part, this is a storied franchise.
And here's Rose following Jeff Green's three. Rose kicks to Holiday. 11 feet away. O'Quinn can't hit. Magic leading by 7. And the pass to Augustine, stolen by Rose. Feeds to Thomas. Back to Rose. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Thomas. The Knicks hip shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Free throw drops for Rose.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Now here's Fournier. 9 points in the game so far. Green up on top. Covered by Anthony. Green dishes to Biyombo. 4 on the shot clock. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Carmelo. Outside Rose. Anthony sets the pick for Rose. Offensive rebound. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
1:10 left from the first half of the game. Fournier for 3. Good D by Lee.
Neither coach nor his teammates are pleased with the way he's playing. He's simply got to adjust his shot selection.
Steps back and fires. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And let's check out stats for Anthony. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 22 points per game last season, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Two shots.
That one is off.
Well, Kyle O'Quinn, he wasn't a well-known player in college, but he was a find in that second round of the draft. Whenever you have a player with his size and ability to eat up space in the middle, he's going to find a place on the roster.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Size is something that teams will always look to acquire and find time for, and Doris O'Quinn fits that bill in a big way.
Yeah, Kev, it's not easy to find a player of O'Quinn's size that has as soft a touch as he does. He can step outside, pull out his defender, freeing up the middle for his team. A very easy shooting motion on O'Quinn. He looks very comfortable from the three-point line.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Augustine passes to Ross. Green, the screen, lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
Rose with the ball. He's got 8. Passes it to Anthony. And it comes off the front of the rim.
They were right there on him, guys. When you take away space from a shooter, it can rattle and force a miss like they did there.
And the first half is down Orlando as we welcome you back to the action at the Amway Center. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, it was amazing, but highly unusual for him. He's not a guy known for making threes, so you'd expect him to cool down at some point.
The guard tandem is Payton and Fournier. Gordon down low with Vucevic. And it's Ross in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Orlando leading by 7. Back to Fournier. Picked by Vucevic. Expanding his range. And Evan Fournier with the 3. Fournier's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Magic.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
To say the least, he's generating a bunch of offense from distance.
Now here's Anthony. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, averaging over a half dozen free throw attempts a game for his career. I mean, Melo's so skilled at getting to the free throw line.
He's got 3 for 4 from the line. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Payton outside. He kicks it to Fournier. No good there. The Knicks go the other way with it.
He's been off and on tonight, and that one didn't fall for him, but they still hold the advantage in this one.
Anthony against Ross. It's good. And that's now 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
When Melo's rolling, you can put 2, 3 hands up and contest, and it won't matter. He's just that good.
Fournier against Lee. Payton outside. Vucevic a screen on Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Payton kicks to Vucevic. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one.
Another solid game from this guy shooting the basketball, just adding to this lead. So hard to defend.
Anthony. Second shot opportunity. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, Melo has such a strong base. It's so easy for him to secure rebounds because of that strength. Boy, you can look back over some of the legends who suited up in a New York Knickerbockers uniform. Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed. Names that will certainly live on in the proud history of this organization.
Now here's Payton. Ross on the wing. Gordon kicks to Payton. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Fournier, and the layup is good. Fournier's got 17 now.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Magic leading by 8. Payton outside. Dishes to Fournier. Unloads from 13. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. A three-pointer off the mark.
Almost seemed like he was overthinking that shot. Such a wide open look.
Outside Rose. Pass to Anthony. Here's Hernan Gomez. The 11-footer. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Gordon with it. Now Thomas defending. The feed to Payton. Here's Vucevic. It's deflected. Here's Rose. 8 points for him. There's a screen. Kicks to Carmelo. Anthony missing again.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
That's the frustrating thing. You work so hard to get the open shot, and then you can't make it.
Payton dishes to Fournier. For three. Another miss by Orlando. Knicks trailed by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rose passes to Hernan Gomez. Outside Rose to the middle. It's tipped. Ross with the steal. Now here's Fournier. He's got 17. They set the pick. Payton kicks to Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Magic. Baker, he's checked in for the Knicks. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 11. Thomas gets the bucket.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Payton kicks to Vucevic to the paint. Payton outside. Shot clock at 6. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Outside Rose. There's the pass to Baker. Back to Rose. Here's the teardrop. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. And finish off by Hezonja.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Baker. To the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. He's got 12. Magic leading by 9. Payton outside. Passes it to Hezonja. It's rebounded by New York. Upside Thomas. Here's Baker. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Baker's got 5 points so far. The Magic have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Here's Gordon. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Magic lead by 8.
You know, the key to that possession was really the pass. Perfectly placed assist. Made the shot the easy part.
Rose kicks to Anthony. From the baseline. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
You know, he's so integral to the success of their offensive system.
Right side, Gordon. Down low. It's picked off. Outside, Anthony. Right side, Rose. Pass to Baker. 5 to shoot. Back to Rose. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fournier pass to Gordon. That one good for 2.
He's doing everything he can to help stretch this lead. He's working hard, converting at a high percentage of them. Nice.
And Aaron Gordon in his 3rd NBA season. It's easy to forget he's just 2 months younger than Karl Anthony Towns. So still much room for growth in this young guy.
True, but you gotta like what we've seen from him thus far. It reminds me a little bit of another running rebel, Sean Marion, the Matrix. Athletic, mobile, has the versatility to compete at either forward position. This guy has a bright future.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. And the Knicks miss again. Magic leading by 8. Outside, Green. Now Augustine. 5 points in the game. Back to Green. They set the pick. It's up a 3. Rebound by Anthony. Knicks trailed by 8. Stolen by Gordon. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And there's Green on the assist by Gordon. Green's got 5 now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
The Knicks shooting around 40% in the 3rd, maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Anthony against Gordon. Anthony dishes to O'Quinn. 5 on the clock. No one covering. He's got 8.
And you know, you like the soft touch from O'Quinn, both shooting and there with the pass.
Here's Azania. He feeds it to Augustine. Gordon a screen. And here's Biombo. Here's Azania. Gordon kicks to Azania. Over Anthony. Azania's shot is off.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That's your home. That's the area you simply have to protect.
There's the pass to Baker. And there's a minute 45 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now it's only a 5-point Orlando lead.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Pass to Azania. They set the pick. To the inside. Here's Biombo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And we take a look here at the shot chart.
And there isn't a whole lot of positive that you can take away from his performance from the mid-range game so far. A lot of chances have come up empty for him, but he seems intent on taking jumpers out there. Something's got to give.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And that one misses. That one is no good. Knicks trailed by 5. Outside Anthony. 1:10 left in the 3rd. From the arc. That's Biombo with the rebound. Biombo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Azania. He has 5. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. O'Quinn's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Deep 2 from Anthony. From the wing, he knocks it down. Anthony's got 12 points in just the 2nd half. Magic leading by 3. Augustine with it. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Poor decision making. You know he wants that one back.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Knicks trailed by 3. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Holiday. He dishes it to Carmelo. 11 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing. Ross passes to Hazania. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, unable to change momentum here. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Magic lead by 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Okay, our offense will come and go.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Derrick Rose is out there with Lee. Then it's Anthony, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the center position. The dish to Augustine. Outside, Green. Feeds it to Vucevic. And he drops it in from the low post. Vucevic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic. To the paint. The kick out to Rose. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First free throw is good. And the Magic making a change here. Payton's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Thomas is checked in. And Anthony drops them both. Orlando with the ball. Payton outside. Green, the screen. He kicks it to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Dishes it to Ross. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Yeah, shooting free throws among the many things he does well.
Knicks trailed by 5. Now here's Rose. Fires at the elbow. Great D that time from Vucevic.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
What a brutal stretch for him, just trying to work his way out of it, which is harder than it sounds.
Ross for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
Passes to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rose. The feed now to Carmelo. Here's the screen. That's a 2 from Lee. 6 to shoot. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 5 on the buckets from Anthony.
You know, Kev, his three-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo certainly a threat from out there.
Vucevic is screen on Rose. Here's Payton. Kicks it to Vucevic. Tries from 10. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got assist number 8 now on the night. Knicks trailed by 7. Pass to Thomas. He feeds it to Lee. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
Boy, that's a bit of a mental lapse, an embarrassing error to give up a possession.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now Payton. There's the screen. Now the pass to Fournier. No good from outside. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Fournier against Lee. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. Out to Lee. From past the arc. Drills it from outside.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Magic leading by 4. Payton outside. To the inside. Ball stolen. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Anthony drawing the double team. From deep, Rose. And again, New York with the triple.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that three when he's got some daylight.
Green, the screen. Green with a screen for Fournier. The 11-footer. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Lee kicks to Anthony. Dives for it. Ross with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Vucevic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Knicks trailed by 3. Outside Rose. Got a piece of it. Here's Green. He dishes it to Vucevic. 9 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Vucevic has got 19 points.
And really a good defensive effort there to protect the rim, but the positioning just too good. Got to deny him the ball before he gets to that spot.
The dish to Rose. Expanding his range. Can from downtown. Rose has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Knicks. And here's Fournier. Feeds it to Green. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Payton with the ball. It's Fournier on the wing, covered by Lee. Here's Hernan Gomez. On the wing, Lee. Outside Anthony to take the lead. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Green. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's all evened up. Anthony's got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
Payton dishes to Fournier. To the middle. Out to Payton. Picked by Vucevic. A floater. Nice move. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
I'm shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Now here's Anthony. Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To take the lead. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Good on the shot. And the Magic lead by 2.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Lee passes to Carmelo. Here's Rose. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
First one falls for Aaron Gordon. He's checking in for Orlando. And Rose drops them both. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Back to Vucevic. 13 feet away. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Now Rose. Down low. Out to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Here's Hernan Gomez. Covered by Payton. DJ Augustine's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Magic have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Vucevic has got 22 points.
That's a throwback move right there. Lofts it up and over the defender with the finger roll.
Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read. And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
And here's Augustine. Vucevic is screen on Rose. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Here's Vucevic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Knicks now. They lead by 1. Lee kicks to Thomas. Here's Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. That's 29 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Whenever you need a huge bucket, you know they're going to look to Melo. This is when he shines.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Ross dishes to Vucevic. The shot that time, not on target. So New York will take it the other way. Lee passes to Rose. Some nice passing by New York here. Anthony drawing the double team. He in the posts, defended by Gordon. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You know, you've got to be composed mentally right now at this time of the game. It's really careless play right there.
The Magic trailed by 3. Fournier with the ball. Gordon a screen. Augustine with it. Now Thomas defending. Augustine dishes to Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Picked by Vucevic. Fournier against Lee. And it's put back in by Vucevic.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Thomas. Dishes to Lee. Passes it to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Here's Thomas. Misses off the left iron.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Oh, the confidence he exudes, the toughness. He just gets inside shooters' heads.
They get it back. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. From outside the arc. Knicks with the rebound. Lee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Rose. There's the feed to Anthony. Shoots a 3. And Derrick Rose gets the 3. Rose has got 11 in the second half.
And Derrick Rose, accustomed to carrying a team offensively, taking and making big shots down the stretch. Nothing new to him.
Gordon kicks to Ross. Pass to Fournier. He feeds it to Augustine. Lee against Fournier. Three-pointer Augustine. No good on the shot. And New York the other way now. Rose double team to the middle. Here's Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Now it's a 6-point New York lead.
You know, the basket is good, but it's all about the assist there. That pass led him to just the right spot on the floor.
Ross kicks to Fournier. Ross passes to Augustine. He dishes it to Vucevic. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. So he gets them both. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
"17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Another miss by Orlando, and he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trailed by 8. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
No, this is just prolonging the inevitable.
There's Baker. So it's New York picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the
2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. So is the Jet. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
Tonight it was all about ball pressure with him. He was on his man like glue all game, just being a pest out there. He came away with 6 steals for the game. His defense came to play in a big way.
I think his rebounding had a huge effect of the overall tone of his game. He was the most determined player out there and did a ton of dirty work. You can put a price tag on how much it means to a team to have a player dominating the boards like that.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.